Hello and welcome to a brand new edition of our daily news program, coming up shortly. The President of the Republic meets the Slovenian Prime Minister on a visit to Algeria with a convergence of positions, marking the two sides' points of view concerning the right of peoples to self-determination. The Algerian-Slovenian cooperation is consolidated with several agreements pertaining notably to energy and artificial intelligence. And the Palestinian refugees once again targeted by the Zionist war machinery in Rafah, an aggression widely condemned by the international community. Welcome again. First off, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received the Slovenian Prime Minister, Robert Golob, with whom he held a face-to-face meeting, extended later on to include other members of the two delegations, and signed several agreements to further boost bilateral cooperation. The roundup of the presidential activities with Amira Bahari.
The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received on Monday at the headquarters of the Presidency of the Republic the Slovenian Prime Minister, Robert Golob, now on an official working visit to Algeria. The Slovenian Prime Minister saluted the national emblem and reviewed the detachment of the Republican Guard, which paid him the honors, before being received by the President of the Republic, with whom he took a souvenir photo in front of the national and foreign press. Subsequently, the President of the Republic held a face-to-face meeting with the Slovenian Minister Robert Golob. President Tebboune then co-chaired with the Slovenian Prime Minister discussions extended to include the delegations representing the two countries. Many executives and government officials were present on the Algerian side, namely the private principal secretary of the presidency, the Minister of Energy and Mines, the advisor of the President of the Republic in charge of General Directorate of Communication, the Secretary General of the Presidency of the Republic, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Algerian Ambassador to Hungary, and the new Algerian Ambassador to Slovenia.
التوقيع على الاتفاقيات بين الجمهورية الجزائرية الديمقراطية الشعبية وجمهورية سلوفينيا.
Accompanied by the Slovenian Prime Minister, the President supervised the signing ceremony of several agreements between the two countries. The first concerns partnership agreements between Sonatrach and the Slovenian company Joplin for the supply of natural gas. The second pertains to reciprocal exemption from short visa requirements for holders of diplomatic passports, in addition to a memorandum of understanding in the field of artificial intelligence. In a press statement, the Slovenian Prime Minister indicated that there is a convergence of point of view between Algeria and Slovenia in their capacity as non-permanent members at the UN Security Council.
Notre coopération.
First of all, I would like to thank the President of the Republic for his welcome. Me and my delegation were delighted with the warm welcome here in Algiers. The relations between the two countries are very good. We only need to strengthen our ties, and the proof today is the inauguration of the Slovenian embassy here in Algiers, and we hope that Algeria will inaugurate its embassy in Ljubljana in autumn. Algeria and Slovenia, as non-permanent members of the Security Council, have worked a lot over the previous months. We have collaborated on many projects, and we have responded and researched common solutions to international challenges. We have tackled today with the President of the Republic the horrible situation in Gaza and the need to support Palestine. We also tackled many other issues which concern the international scene and possibilities of peaceful settlements. We agreed with the President of the Republic that freedom is surely the fundamental value at the international level, which must also help achieve self-determination of both Palestinian and Western Saharan peoples. We agreed that the desire for freedom is something on which we must work together together in New York within the framework of the Security Council, and these are the principles that unify Algeria and Slovenia. We also signed two very important agreements, one in the field of energy and the purchase of natural gas by Slovenia from Algeria. The second agreement relates to the use of artificial intelligence, which will allow even more exchanges of research and will allow us to benefit together from new technologies on both shores of the Mediterranean Sea. I commend cooperation which will be carried out on the basis of our agreement today. I also hail the close establishment of the Joint Commission of Economic Schools between Algeria and Slovenia. I expressed my wishes to the President of the Republic to visit Ljubljana as soon as possible.
The visiting Slovenian Prime Minister also held several meetings and discussions with other senior officials to tackle bilateral cooperation and examine ways and means of further upgrading it. The gist of these meetings with Najah Dayar.
At the Presidency of the Republic today, the Minister of Energy and Mines, Mohamed Arqab, held talks with the Slovenian Minister of Environment, Climate and Energy, Bojan Kumer. The talks focused on the bilateral cooperation in the field of energy and climate. They were then extended to the members of the two delegations. Kamal Sidi Said, advisor to the President of the Republic and head of the General Directorate of Communication, had discussions with Petra Arsek, advisor in charge of communications at the Slovenian Prime Minister's office. The Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad, Lunes Margaman, met his counterpart Renata Gvelpar-Beck, Secretary General of the Slovenian Ministry of European and Foreign Affairs. At the Martyrs Memorial in Algiers, the Slovenian Prime Minister observed a minute of silence and laid a wreath in the memory of the Shuhada of the Liberation War. Accompanied by the Minister of the Energy and Mines, the Slovenian Prime Minister then enjoyed the view over the Bay of Algiers before visiting the National Mujahid Museum, where he was welcomed by the Minister of War Veterans and Right Holders, who explained the history of Algeria to him. He also signed the museum's Golden Book. And to consolidate the bilateral relations between the two countries, the Slovenian Prime Minister, along with the Secretary General of the Foreign Affairs Ministry, inaugurated Slovenia's embassy in Algeria. The event was attended by the Hungarian ambassador to Algeria and members of the diplomatic corps in Algeria.
La Slovénie coopère très bien également dans le cadre.
And finally, the Slovenian Prime Minister left Algeria. He was seen at the Algiers International Airport by Prime Minister Nadir Larbawi, along with the Energy Minister Mohamed Arqab. Worth mentioning that this visit is a further opportunity to consolidate 30 years of diplomatic relations between Algeria and Slovenia.
This Monday, the President of the Constitutional Court, Omar Belhaj, oversaw the official kickoff of a workshop on the role of the Constitutional Court in interpreting constitutional provisions. The workshop aims to highlight the role of constitutional interpretation in activating institutional dialogue and promoting democratic practice. The President of the Constitutional Court also supervised the launch of an electronic portal dedicated to constitutional exceptions, allowing everyone to access information related to this area. Omar Belhaj also stated that the portal strengthens the Constitutional Court's website, recognizing the importance of informing citizens about their rights and enabling them to exercise these rights. And in Algiers, declaration issued on Monday concluding the 36th Congress of the Interparliamentary Union, Algeria's significant role in the UN Security Council was commended, along with its efforts to halt the genocidal war inflicted on the Palestinian people and to enable the state of Palestine to become a full member of the UN. On this occasion, the Congress extended its thanks to the Algerian Parliament and through it to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, expressing deep gratitude for his attention to the issues of the Arab nation and his efforts towards the progress and prosperity of its peoples. The fifth meeting of the Algerian-French Joint Commission on History and Memory called for tangible actions to address all dimensions of the colonial period's history. The statement issued at the end of the meeting emphasizes the need to continue negotiations with the framework of the Joint Discussions Group on the issue of archives and other matters. To this update now on the situation in occupied Palestine, 7 massacres were committed by the Zionist occupation army in Gaza, which resulted in the martyrdom of 66 and the injury of about 400 people during the past 24 hours. For its part, the UN demands a complete and transparent investigation regarding the bombings that targeted tens of refugee camps in Rafah, killing more than 45 people and caused many others severe burns and even amputations. Horrific footage and which revealed once again the barbarity of the Zionist entity. This deadly attack was also denounced by the European Union, the African Union, as well as numerous organizations and countries around the world. And now we head to the east of the country in Ataraf, where the construction works of the desalination plant almost reached 60%. Once achieved, the station will produce 300,000 cubic meters of drinking water daily. Report by Badi'a Amrani, taken up by Yasir Hamdi.
The seawater desalination plant of Ataraf province will supply 4 eastern provinces with drinking water, namely Annaba, Gelma, Ataraf and Skikda. The works are quickly ongoing and the project will be achieved on time by the end of the year as planned.
This plant will desalinate 300,000 cubic meters daily. 80,000 of them will be distributed to Annaba and 218,000 to Taraf, Skikda and Gelma. We achieved 58% of the project.
Des travaux. Nous sommes à hauteur de 58% d'avancement.
Vient de commencer l'installation des équipements.
We started the installation of equipment such as the transformers and we received the sand filters.
In this meeting room, the Algerian energy company engineers take stock of this major project before going on the field.
On a une cadence très accélérée. Donc on travaille 7 jours sur 7.
Our working rhythm is very high. We work 24/7 with Algerian skills.
This desalination plant will use the reverse osmosis technique that has already proven its efficiency in the past, a technology that requires a rigorous technical control.
The desalination process follows different steps, namely the seawater capture, the pre-treatment and the reverse osmosis.
Notre mission, c'est la vérification et l'approbation des plans selon.
Our mission is the verification and the approval of the plans according to the international standards, and we're present on site 24/7.
Présent, c'est toujours ici, c'est 24 sur 24, 7 sur 7.
The desalination plant of Khoudiet Darawish is one of the 5 stations launched by the President of the Republic as part of the emergency program to meet the needs of the populations in drinking water with a 300,000 cubic meter daily production.
And with that, our today's news edition comes to a close. Thank you for tuning in and see you tomorrow.